at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Today, it's a black and blue matchup in the NFC North between the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions. Here's Cairo Santos now ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Ford Field. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
Play fake for Swift. Now Goff. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this is caught. And in for the Lions touchdown. When you think of guys that are built to be big-arm quarterbacks, Jared Goff, he fits that mold, and he showed it off right there. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. They'll start on the ground here on first down. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Play action. It's Eason. His throw incomplete. Charles, you look at this defense. They were a very loose group coming into the week. Knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right.
And this will be a Bears first down as he gets this up past the 30.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Another run with McAllister. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Running right, here's McAllister. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9. Now Eason. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
My dad used to tell me all the time when you're getting ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on third downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, partner, coach,
must have happened. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now, these two division rivals, a couple of late games on the schedule this year. Their first meeting, you might remember, was back in Week 10. And it was the Lions who got the road victory in that one. So they'll be looking to claim the season series now here at home in Detroit. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Option left, it's Jones. And he powers his way up past the 30. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. So a little too loose with the football there on the pitch.
And that's the danger you run into with that play. So much traffic around, and when the ball gets away from your body a little bit, sometimes bad things can happen.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing is Eason. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. A chance of wasting this great starting field position. A real threat. This is 3rd and long. Eason sets to throw it. He'll drop it off to McAllister as running back. Touchdown, Chicago! A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from evening this one up.
And that's another route that defenders would vote to take out of the game.
We don't know.
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. NFC, but when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They're guarding against the upset.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. Buying time to his left. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
Throwing on third. Gone. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hawkinson. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Now on 2nd and 13, Goff. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Seibert able to knock this one through, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to win that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number 1, they'll turn to the self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. A give running left, McAllister. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Eason to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Here's Swift. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Swift again. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. DeAndre Swift with his 14th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now as they line up and kick this one away. This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ballgame, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
A handoff to McAllister. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. They're going to try and throw. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. Finding room at midfield. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. On the give, McAllister with it. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4 on second down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Eason. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That's one of the dangers of the quick game. If you only have a 2- or 3-step drop, if you don't get the ball to someone open right away, those defenders are right near the line of scrimmage, and they get on top of you on RP.
Santos' kick is up and through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. He's got him in, complete, past the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Lions go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. So we're happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive down with a kick other than the extra point. That's it. Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early to have the defense react too quickly, and you definitely don't want to throw it too late, and that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
On third down, Eason in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Eason going to try and throw for it. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety.
I'm going to give them a ton of credit here because they're just refusing to give that other sideline any kind of hope. That safety not only kills the drive, but adds to a big early lead. And the way that this one's going, I would expect that lead to continue to grow in the ensuing possessions.
And he will have a first down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. From the 25 on second down, Jones. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Off play action. Here's Goff. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. Pulled in at the 24. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. They'll throw on first down with Eason. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Another try after the first down sack. Eason. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And, boy, this defense, again, really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Eason on second down, escaping the pressure right, and he wisely will throw that one away.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going and trailing when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Here comes the Bears punter now. Standing just outside. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And, boy, possession here turns over with a football already being in the red zone. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard.
Jones now on the keeper.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on him.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamal Williams, 15 yards, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Now as they line up and kick this one away.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
They're going on fourth down. Here's Eason. Open man is Pettis. It's complete.
And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10.
Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. They'll run up the middle with McAllister. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears.
George Pickens,
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
and the Bears get a bit closer.
The Bears will line up for the two-point conversion.
They're going to run it with Harris. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. It's a swift kick fielded just inside the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me,
and he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
This is McAllister.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 15 more yards there and quickly another first down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
Right back to him on first down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Eason. Open man is Samuel, complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Being chased out left. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Good work by Eason that time, and it'll be a first down.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
Before they can snap it, time runs out.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Harris running straight ahead. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8.
Operating from the gun. Eason
Eason. Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. He'll go down as a gain of 6. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. Up the middle they go with McAllister. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Lions 33, Bears 23. Cairo Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
From the end zone, here comes Williams.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
They'll go option on 2nd down, right side. And some room to work. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Detroit.
DeAndre Swift.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Lions extend their 4th quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again. And you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
They're on the 17-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. On 1st down, Jacob Eason.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 18-yard
line. Here's Eason off the play fake.
Rolling to his left. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
To throw on third down, Eason, and that is incomplete. And the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Bears tried it on fourth down, unable to convert. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. The drive will start with an option going left. Jones hit and the ball's out. And this is picked up by the Bears.
Problems there on the option and a costly turnover.
Yeah, partner, you know we watch practice sometimes and we see those drills where the quarterback's running with the football and they're swinging pads at him and the brooms are out and they're trying to poke at the football for ball security. I have a feeling next week there'll be an extra session of that each and every day.
Following the fumble recovery, Eason.
Samuel bringing in the slant.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They run with Deuce McAllister. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
A gain of 12. First down, Bears.
Back to throw. Eason on the move to his left.
Lines up and lets it go for Samuel.
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
Goff, a handoff here to Swift.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Tackled on the play by Darian Beavers.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down.
And he's got some space here.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
A gain of 17 yards. That's good for a Lions.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup.
On 2nd down, Swift.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is picked up by the Bears.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage.
He's got a man. Complete.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game.
First and 10, Eason. And he almost had his second pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Eason. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line are able to keep leverage, are able to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Lions will take over. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
This one caught. It's the tight end, Hockenson. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Throwing now. Goff out to his left.
He'll drop this one off to Swift.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. He was out there waving his arms. And when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
But that was actually throwing game 101 right there. You challenge double coverage like that, you're liable to get burned. Fortunate that was just incomplete.
A play fake for Swift. Now Goff. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. So they dial up the blitz on 3rd and inches. It pays off.
And frankly, they were probably dialing up a run blitz, expecting him to run it in that situation. But instead, they end up back at the quarterback and put him on the ground.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
All right, let's go ahead and just add it up here. Their last 3 drives, 2 fumbles and an interception. Somewhere, to paraphrase one of the great coaches of the NFL, they're asking on that sideline, what the heck is going on out there?
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. And the Lions come up with a late turnover. But it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Lions, they improved to 14-2 with still 1 game left to be played in this regular season.
it.